I'm Sergeant Kevin Maynard with your Marine Corps Installations West Regional Roundup. On November 1st, Headquarters Marine Corps highlights the Weapons and Tactics Instructor course aboard Marine Corps Air Station Yuma.
I'm Major Keith Buckley, call signs Capox, and I'm the TAC Air Department Head of MONS 1. WTI is the Weapons Tactics Instructors course. It's put on twice a year here in Yuma, Arizona, and it's where we train the fleet's instructors. The purpose of WTI is for MONS 1 to certify instructors for Marine Corps aviation units. We're going to take the students through the period of instruction at WTI, and when they're complete, they're going to go back to their units as the standardization and instructor leads for those units.
On November 12th, CBS 8 highlights Marine Corps Air Station Camp Pendleton.
The skies above Oceanside are a hot zone of activity. A major helicopter installation tucked within Camp Pendleton.
It is a small industrial city.
And home of Marine Aircraft Group 39, this is Marine Corps Air Station Camp Pendleton.
In 1997, I flew my first Cobra on this flight line.
Commanding Officer Lieutenant Colonel Todd Miller knows this is a hub of aviation for the Marine Corps. From the control tower to the cockpit, it's a carefully crafted operation that's about more than helicopters.
Firefighters, fuelers, air traffic controllers, maintainers, weathermen, and other support functions around the air station that allow squadrons that can deploy at any given time the ability to train like they're going to fight when they go overseas to places like Afghanistan and Iraq.
Also on November 12th, Miramar Public Affairs features their military working dogs.
Good boys, come on. We came here and first thing we had to get the explosives from the ASP, and from there we drove them over and I set up the problem where I put explosives hidden throughout this warehouse, and then we brought the dogs in and they found out where I put them. While we're doing this type of training, we like to put the aids in places where not only does it test the dog, but also test the handlers as well.
MCRD and MCS Miramar combined trained with 7 dog and handler pairs. For Corporal Paul Martin, it would be his last time training with his dog, Sita. Soon, he would have to train a new working dog.
She's very good at her job, so it was a great learning experience having her, because I could just focus on how to be a handler.
Reporting for Marine Corps Air Station Miramar, I'm Sergeant Lillian Stevens.
On November 16th, Marine Corps Installations West Public Affairs features 94-year-old Tilly Medved as she attends her first Marine Corps birthday ball. Intrigued her.
And I went into the Army, the Navy, the Marine Corps, and the Coast Guard, all of them. And from the way they handled me, I liked the Marines the best. I picked them out from all the rest.
Tilly landed on the Marine Corps and soon found herself in Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, where she would earn a new nickname.
My name was Tilly Turecki, which is a Ukrainian name. We don't have middle names in our culture. And so, if I didn't have a middle name, they put N for none. Tilly None Turecki.
That became TNT.
And that's dynamite.
After graduating Marine Corps boot camp and attending several schools, Tilly became a radio operator stationed in San Francisco, deciphering radio code used to resupply troops on the front lines of the Pacific. Tilly went on to serve honorably in the Marine Corps before receiving an honorable discharge in December of 1945, and then pursuing her master's degree at the University of Colorado. She would go on to teach in Florida and Detroit before moving to Los Angeles, where she worked for the Unified Glendale School District for 20 years as an elementary teacher.
I love teaching and I love kids.
Now with 2 daughters and 5 grandchildren, Tilly looks back on a life filled with accomplishment, patriotism, honor, and love. But still, her wish remained, to attend a Marine Corps birthday ball.
Well, when we found out that we had a World War II Air Marine who had never been to a ball, it became the personal mission of everybody at 3rd Anglo to ensure that one, she got to come, and 2, she had the best evening that she could have.
November 13th, 2015, Tilly made it to the Marine Corps birthday ball. a day nearly 70 years in the making. From the factories of Detroit, Michigan to the shores of the Pacific in San Francisco, Tilly's journey as a Marine, teacher, wife, mother, and grandmother has taken her across the country. And as one of the pioneers for females in the Marine Corps, her legacy is one that will not soon be forgotten. Reporting from Studio City, California, Sergeant Kevin Maynard. On November 19th, MCI-West Public Affairs highlights the Special Reaction Team training aboard Marine Corps Base Camp Pendleton.
Which we've actually responded to before in the past. It gives us a better idea of what we're going into prior. The better layout we have, the better visuals, we can see ourselves going into the scenario. There's definitely an element of danger with what we do inherently. Being in the military is dangerous, but our job specifically is coordinated on base for the safety of the people that live on base, the safety of military personnel on base. So we have to train to a standard that we ourselves are safe and we're keeping other people safe.
On November 20th, San Diego 6 News covers a flag ceremony at Mary Fay Pendleton School aboard Marine Corps Base Camp Pendleton.
The first flag ceremony of the school year, a moment to honor student success and the many parents at Mary Fay Elementary on the base of Camp Pendleton.
Good morning. Wait for them to get quiet and then say what you have to say.
Brandon is the first to talk about military parents and what Old Glory represents.
Good morning, everyone.
But he's not the last.
But the saddest thing is that they are far away from their family and don't get to see them that much.
Most of the 800 students at Mary Fay have seen a parent deployed, fighting in war, but have also experienced a strong love for our country.
But for these kids, it's very real for them. And so when we sing a song that talks about the man who died, who gave that right to me, it really hits home.
12-year-old Kaylin Tammer is honoring her father. Like many of these students, she learned at a very young age how important our military is to our nation.
They're out there fighting for the country, and my dad is in the Navy. So things like this really bring it into perspective of what my dad and what he really does every day.
School leaders say the flag ceremony helps bring this young community together as some wait for mom and dad to come home.
And I won't forget the man who died, who gave that right to me. Oh, that was good. That was good. That was touched my heart.
And the celebration of student success doesn't just happen at these assemblies, it happens year-round. I'm Carlos Correa, San Diego 6 News.
And on November 28th, ESPN and the SEC Network feature the Tackle Football League aboard Camp Pendleton.
We're going to the championship. They ain't going to roll over and give us the game. We can do this. So there's our motto. No one lies. No mercy.
The men playing on this field all have one motto in common: Semper Fidelis. The Marine Corps motto, it means always faithful. At Camp Pendleton, that motto also guides a full pad football league that has existed since the early 1990s. It consists of 8 teams, each representing a unit on base. This season, the Hellhounds met the Spartans in the league championship.
The team we play tomorrow, that's our only loss. It's going to be a good challenge. Win, lose, I'm sure our players go out and give that ultimate passion for the game they love.
We're going to dominate all 4 quarters just like we've been all year. Beat them once, going to beat them again. Nobody else in this league can play with us.
It's not like any other league out in the civilian population. It's unique because we're Marines first.
I'm getting to serve my country, but then I'm also getting to play the sport that I love. In college, you got a timeline. You got 4 years, really, and maybe 5, and you're done. Here, it's however long you can play. Like maybe, you know, get deployed, but then you come right back, league's still going, still play.
I was actually deployed to Al Jaber, Kuwait. I just got back, Monday, and decided to play some football.
Players range from 18 to 40 years old, and deployment is only one reason these Marines could miss practice or games.
With the different units, they all have different operational commitment. Some people are going to field exercise, some people are on the range doing live fire exercises. Whether if we have 12 or exactly 11, whoever's out there is playing their hardest. And that's really what I really like about this league. Just us being all Marines, your brother to your left and right knows what they're supposed to do, and they're going to do it.
How do you describe the athletes in this league?
They have different talent levels, and you can see the different athletes that do stand out. From not only being a Marine first, you have to come out here and commit to play. You have to commit yourself as an athlete to come out here and train and practice.
Not only am I doing training for the Marine Corps, but I will go the extra mile to practice out here, you know, just knowing that my future will be better if I put out when there's nobody around.
Lance Corporal Mikewan Newbine will complete his commitment to the Marine Corps in March. His next goal? To get a college education and play SEC football.
His talent shows quickness, his agility, everything that he does on the field is consistent with someone that makes it to the next level.
I'm definitely trying to get to the next level. SEC is where I'm looking at going. Everybody that comes from the SEC makes the biggest impact. They just breed better football players.
He just has the talent that just can't sit just in the Marine Corps. Whether he goes on and plays for one of the great SEC schools, he's gonna go play somewhere.
Before enlisting, Sergeant Charles Peoples played football at Division III Randolph-Macon College, where he was a two-time All-American. Now at Camp Pendleton, he's won back-to-back championships.
Keep hitting them every play. They ain't giving up. Touchdown. And we ain't done force feeding, you understand? Oh.
The rain fell hard, but they ran harder. Sergeant Peoples never left the field, playing quarterback and defensive back for the Hellhounds. But it was Lance Corporal Newbine who helped lead his Spartans to victory.
But as a team, we showed everyone tonight that we are a Spartan. That we are here to stay. That this is our field. What's I say? Take no one lightly and leave no mercy. What? Take no one lightly and leave no mercy. What? Take no one lightly and leave no mercy. Hey, we just won ourselves a championship, baby. Hell of a game.
Once that whistle blows, we're back on that same team, and we're here defending our nation.
This has been your Marine Corps Installations West Regional Roundup.